addition to make sure that we take this party to another level. We are not just the women that everybody knows. We are different because we call ourselves Supreme Sisters. As a leader of the Supreme Sisters, I'm going to dedicate myself to work hard and strong for the next 2014 and 2017 to take our ambassador to another level. So I call on all Cdcans that is here today to join me in celebrating our 2014, our senator, aspiring senator, and 2017, our next president, and we welcome him. Thank you.
Wow. What a golden voice we listen to. A new day. Yes, we all hope for a new day. Thank you very much. I must firstly congratulate the elected officials and members of the Supreme Sisters for embarking upon this water task, which is to organize themselves into a movement to promote the platform of the party and to increase our membership. Please be assured, therefore, of our continued support to this noble task. We will do so by committing our time, our resources to promote your programs and projects. In this light, I call upon all citizens and our well-wishers to support the various fundraising programs and promotional activities of the Supreme System. Additionally, we expect that the relationship between the Supreme Sisters and the Women League be cordial and complementary. Whereas all members of Supreme Sisters are invariably members of the Women League, but sometimes not necessarily with all members of the Women League be members of the Supreme Sisters. It is therefore imperative that both work together for the growth and success of our party. Importantly also, I want to encourage other auxiliaries within the party to revitalize and embark upon programs and projects aimed to promoting the cause so that they too can become more relevant within the party. Once more, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me congratulate and encourage the officers elect of Supreme Sisters on the occasion of their installation. But let me admonish you that leadership is first and foremost about service and a commitment to the task for which you were elected to perform. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with the Constitution and by laws of the Democratic Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC, the auxiliary group, the Supreme Sisters, have been elected and to be installed. As officials and members of the Supreme Sister, they will work closely with the Women League, the Executive Committee, and the entire membership of the Congress for Democratic Change for the benefit of all. Now, the oath of office. Will all officers elect of Supreme Sister please come forward? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Call your name and position, whatever is needed. I do solemnly swear that I will uphold, defend, and protect the Constitution and bylaws of the Congress for Democratic Change, bear true faith and allegiance to the CDC and its people, so help me God. Thank you. Well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, so Princess just take the Bible to pledge your loyalty and allegiance to the Mighty Throne for Democratic Change before our dynamic chairman and members and officials of Congress for Democratic Change. We continue. It is only right and fitting that we, as officials and members of the Mighty Throne for Democratic Change, pledge our full support to these new officers in every way to accomplish the purpose of the party as outlined in our Constitution. Will all officials and members of the Congress for Democratic Change please rise? Do you, as officials and executive committee members and members of the Congress for Democratic Change, pledge your full support to officers of our new auxiliary group, the Supreme Sisters, in the fulfillment of their official responsibility? If so, answer I do.
I do.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our task to install the dynamic Supreme Sisters of the Mighty Throne for Democratic Change. Now, ladies, Supreme, we all know the word Supreme. With your power invested in you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back here. We are back here, and tomorrow is Friday. Thank God it's Friday tomorrow. All right, let's take our time to chit-chat a little bit. take our time to chit chat a little bit. Let's take our time to chit chat here. All right. To seeing the COP within the CPP. That is not right. That is not right. Yes, it is not right. See, to penetrate an enemy, it calls for a strategy. Let me say this again. To penetrate your enemy, it calls for a strategy. The opposition know very well that the CDC is a formidable party that cannot be easily penetrated into. And because they cannot penetrate into it directly, they're going to find ways to befriend the CDC. That's going to be their first move. And then while doing so, they're going to recruit people within the party. They're not taking them out. They are not going to take them out. But they're going to send people to join them. And those people are going to make friends with them. And the friendship is going to be based on recruiting of power so they can hold them. If you are going against an enemy that you cannot defeat directly, one thing you do is to befriend them. And then when you befriend them, then you begin to recruit them. And when you recruit them, you want to live up to their pleasure, up to their expectation, things that they like. And then you start to give it to them. And then you start to make them to feel happy about themselves. That is what's happening in CDC today. Don't take my word for it. Just keep the video. Y'all know me. Y'all guys seen most of my video before in the past. But exactly what I'm telling you guys. By 2023, y'all will say Randy said it. And y'all will go for this video. And y'all will try to show it. So let me say this to you again. If your opponent cannot defeat you directly, he or she will come to you and befriend you. And when that friendship is connected, they will start to recruit friends while they are with you. And then one thing they will start to do, they will start to put in place measures that will give those people the opportunity to believe in themselves that indeed what is happening is the right thing to do. Let me move the camera over here. All right? The name COP. Does that name make sense to be part of CDC? Don't CDC have the youth wing? Why would somebody come from, can the Chinese bring their military name into the United States Army? Can the AFL come and join the U.S. Army and open an AFL branch? Think about that. Think about that. Every organization like the CDC has its own culture, its own orientation. That when people come to join, They bring their names them outside and leave it right there. And they come inside. The name COP is not an affiliated name that has anything to do with CDC. This thing that is taking place right now in Liberia, you're taking for fun. I'm just going to tell you the story today. I'm just going to tell you the story. And those of you that are listening, if you have ears to hear, it's up to you. I'm not going to force you to listen. But the tension, the plan that is building under George Weah, I'm going to tell you how the plan is tonight. Take my word, leave it, it's up to you guys. We can bring all the story here, we can show all the videos here, but there are things that are taking place right now that I want you to understand. One, from the day Alexander Cummings said,
You gave me 6 year mandate. Now, give me my 6 years and see what I achieve. When you are not happy, when you go to the next election, you will decide what to do. The reason I'm saying this, we have a case study in this country. We know what happened. We wanted the president to go, but we did not know that you're going to affect us. The next thing, we were in refugee camps. Our path to refugee camps is over. We are moving toward prosperity. Let us bear in mind that those little incidences must not take Liberians back to where we came from. Government continues. President Taylor was here, he left, Ellen took it. She left it somewhere, we are taking it. That's why we don't blame any government. We don't say previous government. Government continues. You never had roads, we were not paved here. We felt that, yes, maybe the time for Her Excellency Ellen Johnson was short. We have to take it from there. When we leave it, someone will take it from there. But without peace and stability, no one can take it from nowhere. Yeah, it's a common example and simple one. You are mandated to host or to organize a local elections. Your elections is not the precedent.
Let me say this again. To penetrate your enemy, it calls for a strategy. The opposition know very well that the CDC is a formidable party that cannot be easily penetrated into. And because they cannot penetrate into it directly, they're going to find ways to befriend the CDC. That's going to be their first move. And then while doing so, they're going to recruit people within the party. They're not taking them out. They are not going to take them out. But they're going to send people to join them. And those people are going to make friends with them. And the friendship is going to be based on recruiting of power so they can hold them. If you are going against an enemy that you cannot defeat directly, one thing you do is to befriend them. And then when you befriend them, then you begin to recruit them. And when you recruit them, you want to live up to their pleasure, up to their expectation, things that they like. And then you start to give it to them. And then you start to make them to feel happy about themselves. That is what's happening in CDC today. Don't take my word for it. Just keep the video. Y'all know me. Y'all guys seen most of my video before in the past. But exactly what I'm telling you guys. By 2023, y'all will say Randy said it. And y'all will go for this video. And y'all will try to show it. So let me say this to you again. If your opponent cannot defeat you directly, he or she will come to you and befriend you. And when that friendship is connected, they will start to recruit friends while they are with you. And then one thing they will start to do, they will start to put in place measures that will give those people the opportunity to believe in themselves that indeed what is happening is the right thing to do. Let me move the camera over here. All right? The name COP. Does that name make sense to be part of CDC? Don't CDC have the youth wing? Why would somebody come from, can the Chinese bring their military name into the United States Army? Can the AFL come and join the U.S. Army and open an AFL branch? Think about that. Think about that. Every organization like the CDC has its own culture, its own orientation. That when people come to join, they bring their names them outside and leave it right there. And they come inside. The name COP is not an affiliated name that has anything to do with CDC. This thing that is taking place right now in Liberia, you're taking for fun. I'm just going to tell you the story today. I'm just going to tell you the story. And those of you that are listening, if you have ears to hear, it's up to you. I'm not going to force you to listen. But the tension, the plan that is building on George Weah, I'm going to tell you how the plan is tonight. Take my word, leave it, it's up to you guys. We can bring all the story here, we can show all the videos here, but there are things that are taking place right now that I want you to understand. One, from the day Alexander Cummings said, I will make sure that George Weah become a one-term president, he's not joking about that. He is not joking about that. Alexander Cummings and the CPP plan is to ensure that the Weah administration within the 5 working business days don't have any peace in our city and in our country. They want to ensure that every little thing should be turned into a protest. That's from the party structure standpoint. Every little thing should be turned into a protest. There will be no negotiation. And the purpose for doing that is to discourage investors from coming to the country. And the way it works, they feed on the desperation of the people. They influence the people. And the Irishman, I don't understand, he thinks they are in their interest. That is the first strategy. That is their first strategy. To always make sure that whenever there is something that the government needs to negotiate about, that thing will turn into a protest. That is the CPP strategy. Is it working? Well, it's making progress. The second strategy, the first strategy is the civil society strategy. The civil servant strategy that is organized by the political party leaders. That is to enforce protests in the street every day. The second strategy is the communication aspect. Yes. The second strategy is the communication aspect. Yes. The second strategy is the communication aspect. How that work? You see Spoon TV? Those of you in America here, the biggest Republican TV channel is Fox News, right? Yes, it's Fox News. Donald Trump loves to go to Fox News because that station support him. And through our Fox News network, they are all over the country promoting the image of the Republican Party. Going in every little town, country town, linking up with every little radio station, and promoting the image of Fox News through, the Republican agenda through the Fox News, right? And with the texting now, Mr. Trump is texting all the time. Second strategy, but you're not seeing the big picture. Spoon TV. Spoon TV. A CDC is not careful. The way Spoon TV is moving, by 2022, CDC will catch hard time. Yes, CDC will catch hard time. It will give up a little bit of uphill battle to climb. Because Spoon TV is being used by the opposition under a dark cloud that you cannot see if you don't have that exquisite vision. That how Spoon TV is being used. Don't take my word for it, though. Don't take my word for it. When Mother Douglas said Labrador going to go in chaos, many people didn't take it for serious. All right? They took it for granted. They were not sure about it. So I'm just here telling you now. And I'm glad that I got video from the past where I said, oh, Mr. We will be president. And people not do anything. People used to doubt it. They seen it today, right? So I'm making a video again. I'm making a video. Spoon TV is a communication arm strategy for the opposition. But they are doing it in a very transparent but disguised form. That if you're not smart, you're not reading the math, you're not reading the calculus, you will not see it. You will not see it. Spoon TV has announced that they got Fabric FM, they got Hot FM. You know how I got popular in Liberia? I got popular in Liberia through Hot FM. Daniel Rogers. I used to get up in the morning, I used to be on Hot FM. And when I say Hot FM, that I announced my support for George Weah. Spoon TV, they support the opposition. Their strategy here is we should get most of the radio station and begin to broadcast. And secondly, we start to bring all the government officials to us so they can come and start to tell their story and then we'll be asking them questions. How many of you guys listen to Jefferson Koji today? One of the Reverend got and said, Minister Toy said, the president will be a dictator. That's a message to sending. Maybe you don't understand. There was nowhere, no time that Samuel 12 ever went over there or ever said the president should be a dictator. But they brought it back to make that out of an issue. Jefferson Koji came today and spoke about the Justino girl story. Next thing you know, the other medical Uber went up there and started to add a part of story to it. They got a lot of listeners today. They feel that the online participants are not their target. Spoon TV strategy is to get involved with the local radio station in Liberia and start to broadcast so that people on the ground who can vote will start to hear what they have to say. They're going to get Mosquero County. They're going to go to Grand Bassa County. They're going to go to Cape Ma. They're going to go to Banga. They're going to go to Yikipa. Then they start going to southeast. By the time you make up your mind, it will be too late. Hiya. One day, I will say, Randy, you were right. And that day, I will just cut off from Facebook, and I will be gone. I'll be gone. But I will prove it to you. If we're not careful, no God will sweep underneath us, that when the time comes, it will be too late. It will be too late. You see, the sad thing about it, Jefferson Koji will get up and go and sit on Spoon TV and have interview. But those are all who come here every day and talk about the government. They don't care to come here and even say, hello, my man, thank you so much. That is the difference between the white man leadership and the typical African man leadership. I'm speaking my mind tonight. Yes, I am. And you can feel any way you want to feel. But these boys from the opposition, their goal is to make we are one-term president, and they're working towards it. Trust me, they are doing everything. Spoon TV, it will take charge of all the communication aspects. Don't they have Kiss FM in Liberia? Why Kiss FM cannot link with us? All right? Let me see what somebody say here. Who cares for your feelings? Okay. So, this one will be black now. All right? Yeah, the other man, who cares for your feeling? When you're making sense, the kind, who cares for your feelings? So that one is black, he's gone. We don't like to hear the truth. We don't like to hear the truth, folks. We don't like to hear the truth. Whether he belonged to Jefferson Koji, I don't know. The same thing when the rebel war was coming in Liberia, people are taking it for fun. See, there's one thing about we Liberian people. The illiteracy rate will continue to kill us. And that's why the Congo men will all be better than us in Liberia. Trust me. Yes, the Congo men will all be better than us in Liberia. Honestly speaking. Because they are together. They are together. Somebody come here and say something together, oh, who cares about your feeling? Oh, no, now nobody cares for my feelings, right? Because I tell you, you got the truth now, so nobody cares for my feelings, right? You see how deceptive we are? You're telling them the truth. They don't want to listen. And when something happens tomorrow, then they're ready to blame other people. Instead of saying, my man, the thing you're talking, let me try to understand you a little bit. But, oh no, who cares for your feeling? It's not my feeling, my friend. It is not my goddamn feeling. It's not my goddamn feeling. It is the feeling of the innocent people I'm trying to tell you. Because you are so limited that you don't even understand what I'm saying. But you guys are the one that will see the things happening before you believe it. That's how you guys are. These people are planning, they are planning, they are planning. There's nothing here about my feelings. It's nothing about my feeling. It's about how the country is going to be taken out of something in time to come. These people are planning. You got Jefferson Koji going on Spoon TV But they will not come on other citizen show to say thank you. What are they trying to prove? Oh, that when you are opposition, then they come to you. So if I become an opposition tomorrow, will they come on my show? Is that why it is? See, that's why Fox News and the white people are very smarter than the black people. All the Republicans will go on Fox News to promote the agenda and will make them strong. But you get our public officials. That's why I give Minister Toy credit. Yes, I give Minister Toy credit. Minister Toy is a true leader. He believes in what support the government agenda, but not the other people. And I'm not going to give them any credence here. No, I'm not going to give them any credence. The only way I will give you credence is when you support your own. There's nothing wrong with you going on the other side, but you should support your own first. Just how you care for your children first before you care for other people's children. That's how it should be here. That's how it should be. And that's the truth. That is the truth. Take it or leave it. That is the truth. You cannot leave those who are promoting the agenda and going to sit on other channel and be talking and leaving out the other people who promoting your interests. That is absolutely wrong. So Spoon TV, the strategy they're working on right now is Spoon TV continue like that. They will surprise us because by then, by 2022, they will have merged most of the local radio stations and it will become powerful. And the Kiss FM that just sitting over there, nobody supporting them to expand, they will be playing a catch-up game. And then their third strategy is blending in with the youth. You see, if you are going against an enemy, that you cannot defeat directly, you know what you're going to do? You're going to befriend that enemy as your first move. And then while you with them, you're going to what? Recruit most of them. And then begin to support things that will create their emotions. That's what they call controlling the dynamics. The COP is coming from across the street. They're coming into the CDC Youth Wing and creating another COP. Tell me, what is the purpose of doing that? What is the purpose of doing that? Can the AFL or Liberia come and join the U.S. Army and say, we're bringing the AFL into the U.S. Army? Every organization got their own culture. Every organization got their own culture. These guys, when they come, we should be able to teach them our value, our political value. If we want to have a youth wing, we got our youth wing. We shouldn't go and copy something and say this is our own. You can't do that. You can't do that. And that's where I stand for my principle. I can't do that. The same way they put when I copy the Constitution back then and took it to Liberia, and they could not even fix the Constitution of our country, all messed up today. How can an opposition group, COP, come within the CDC Youth and create another COP? What's the purpose of doing that? We don't have brain. That somebody should kind of create a COP. What is the purpose of creating a COP, by the way? What are they going to do? So when the COP, director and the COP throwing stone, then our COP should go and throw stone? Is that why it is now? Is that why it is? I don't care you watch me, I don't give a damn. Honestly, I don't give a damn. But I have to tell you guys the truth. I have to tell you guys the truth. These guys are setting you up. All right? These guys are setting you up. All right? They are setting you guys up. They say the way to keep your opponent motivated is to align with their interest. Yeah, The way to keep your opponent that you already enter into is to align with their interest and determine their cause and promote it. Young citizens in the party who looking for leadership. Few handful of people come down, oh, let's create a COP. Oh, yes, that's true. And they catch their interest. Yeah, we are the young CDC COP. And then the guy say, bravo, our plan are working. How we making progress? We're pushing for protest. It's making progress. We just have our speech. We're going to make sure the election is delayed. We're going to push for that. We don't know whether it's going to be successful or not. We're going to push for that. We're going to make sure the healthcare workers continue to protest. We got Spoon TV. Then I capture, how do you call it, Hot FM. They are capture Fabric. So we got voice on the ground now. We bring the official them, question them toughly, and then they will start to pull towards us. They will start to pull towards us, and then we'll start getting more. You see, Henry Costa is getting very unpopular now because he doesn't have a radio station on the ground. So the opposition now is going through Spoon TV to start capturing their voice. Again, you will say, who cares about your feeling? Only the American people care for my feelings because they know that I can see things from far off and begin to tell them, and they will listen. Not because of my color, but what I'm saying that makes sense to their ears. Henry Costa is going to a year now, doesn't have a radio station on the ground. Spoon TV, a newer guy, he know his online broadcast is not working for him. So he's now merging with Fabric, he's now merging with Hot FM, and he's going to spread his wings. And who you think he's targeting? Politically, politics deal with numbers. Numbers come by you influencing people, and influencing come by you bringing people on and humiliating them. And then the people get a win. It will come a time, Spoon TV will be the leading radio station on the ground and online because they are well coordinated. See, the opposition, they communicate with each other. They're communicating with each other. So their plan is just going in. How sure are you guys that their plan B, their plan C, where you see the COP is forming, young people that came from the COP join today. Next thing you know, boom, they're coming up with COP in CDC. Do you have that analytical mind? Did you do high-level thinking? You know, you guys don't do that. Especially the guy high, yeah, black guy. He don't have that kind of mind. He doesn't have that kind of mind to think. This is a mind that they pay good money for. This is not just a mind that just go and clean poo-poo. This is a mind they pay good money for. When people say, look at the math, look at the calculus, and add it. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys here. Costa voice is not popular in Monrovia and Liberia anymore because he doesn't have a radio station. So they're using Spoon TV now and going with a strategic plan, merging with radio stations and getting their voices on the ground. That is their strategy. And then the plan C, the youth wing that just came. There is a saying that says the best way to keep people motivated who are your opponent after you blend in with them is to align yourself with their values, things that they like. They know there will be some young guys in the party that want to be part of their version of the COP. And they will get in there. Those guys are thinking far ahead of us because we are not communicating. We are not communicating. So the guys are thinking, one day I will say, Randy, you read, and I will be the day I will close my Facebook page and I will be done. And I will tell you, say, you know what, I'm a Liberian, but I don't think like Liberian. I'm one of the few that don't think like Liberians. These guys, look, I sit down and do critical analysis with mathematical equation, putting things here, taking it here, and taking it there. The first time I saw Smith Toby, you know what Smith Toby black mean? You ask Smith Toby today. And this is just an evidence of story. When Smith Toby used to broadcast on OKFM, it came a time I said Smith Toby was trying to get a job with the government. Smith Toby got out of his seat and went and blacked me. Today, where is Smith Toby today? Working for the government. Because I saw the math. I can see the thing in theory. Yes, that is the gift that God gave me. Spoon TV, I have been telling you guys, Spoon TV is a opposition. But they are playing it very smart. They're playing it very smart. They know they need a population. And how can they draw the population to themselves? It is to bring the government official on their show and start to interview them. And then you see all the population will start listening to them now. And then it will become a bigger show now on the block. And then everybody will be going there. Then those are on the CDC side when we're talking, oh my man, Toy don't come on your show. Jefferson go on the other side. Then when they get the attention of the people now, that's when they will start to control the narrative. Do you think Jefferson Koji doing the right thing? Oh no, man, he's doing the right thing. But who is the man? The coming then will start coming now. But then it will be too late because they might already what? Systematically cover the entire geographic of major counties in our country. And now when they will say you gotta do heavy lifting to catch up with you guys. That's why the people pay some of our good money in the country with our engineering brain. Because we can see things and begin to do the matrix. Don't take my word for it because you Liberians, you don't believe in people. That's why we are one of the lower class or species on or among countries in the world because we don't trust our own. Yes, we don't trust our own. We don't trust our own. No. Look at the country. We don't trust our own. When a Liberian man comes here to tell you something, we don't trust our own. We ridicule each other. That's who we are. We don't trust our own. But you know what? I thank God that this video is now being recorded. You all saw my other video the other time, right? When I said, Joe, we are going to win and Joe, we are going to do the right thing. This is another history that I'm making here. If you continue to make the slightest mistake, when the guys start to surface among you, that's the time I will say goodbye to you. That's the time we say goodbye. Politics is about strategy. It's a political war, if you don't understand it. And it's about numbers. It's not like in America where they go by electoral college, certain number kind. Liberian politics is based on popular vote. Our people are very, very ignorant in terms of understanding things. And if we don't educate them, other people will buy into them. You guys know that Costa's voice is going down. So Costa is sitting there in the back now because he's very unpopular to the many Liberians that don't believe that he's the right guy. So they brought in a strange guy. But the strange guy is learning from Costa's mistake and they are systematically carrying out their plan. Carrying out their plan. Carrying out their plan. While you're there making that noise. Oh, ready that foolish man. Ready that this. It's the same thing when Noah was telling the people, God is about to turn the earth into a whole dam of water. People were there merrymaking. Oh, who cares? You're taking it for fun. You're taking it for fun. You don't know what's going on. You're taking it for fun. I'm not interested, right? Because number one, I don't cause people, man. I don't do. You see, all the negative people that on Facebook, in the government, they go on Spoon TV, Yeke Koluba, Costa. Then now you get the government official and going there now. Chavasin Koji going there now. By the time you go to all them start going there. Spoon TV will start. As soon as Spoon TV come on now, by the time you read 10 minutes, they go up to 2,000 and say, yes, we got the guys there now. We got them. The plan works. The plan works. And by the time they get any protest now in Liberia, Spoon TV will go and be showing the protests and be destroying the image of George Weah. And you see all the thousands of people watching. Then you'll have to come back now and go on Spoon TV again. Oh, you know, it doesn't work that way. They send Justin and will come. Don't mind them. They are useless people. They are useless people. That is the game they're playing with you guys tonight. That's their game plan. But you guys will not believe it. Do you think I really sit with these books and behind me and I didn't crack my brain to think ahead of people? You know what Spoon TV, let me tell you what Spoon TV did to me. Spoon TV cannot allow me to make comment when there's show going on. That to how much they afraid. Whenever Spoon TV is live, they block me from making comment. I can only watch. Because they know Spoon TV is not stupid. The guy that run the show, they sit down and look at everybody on Facebook and they say, that guy, don't let him make comment here. Because he coming with stir things up. Because we know him. They don't just, I mean, do you hear me insulting? No. But they know. They know what I'm capable of doing. Tara Dillon, the Costa Page, now Spoon TV. Why do you think these guys are black men? Well, you don't see me insulting. But the very people who insulting people, mom, they can make comment there, right? You see the contradiction I'm trying to bring to your attention here? You guys are playing with a fire. If you ever watch any movie where, the example I give to people from our age group, if you watch Chinese Super Ninja, when the guy, they took that girl in, she was serving them food, but she was drawing the entire facility. Drawing it. When the time came, she got it, she took that boy out and just sent it. They poked and took over. By the time the men got ready, it was too late. The kingdom went down. The kingdom went down. You don't understand these things. Costa is not popular anymore. So they're using Spoon TV. You know what people buying more? I mean, look at Spoon TV coming up. They came all strictly out of being in opposition. And because they became opposition, they started bringing Akara's Girl. Akara's Girl, the first person that started promoting Spoon TV. He didn't like it own. You got freedom over there. Freedom should be able to go all over the 15 counties, asking people to be broadcasting in their vernaculars. How many people in the different part of our country can listen to what's going on in Moravia when it comes to rape? But Spoon TV guys, they will go beyond those areas. And they will steal the idea I'm telling you right now today. They will start to find people who can broadcast in the different vernaculars, Grable, Pele, and bring them on the show and start to discuss about what's happening. They will control the narrative. Let me tell you now, our government official, I'm not saying they shouldn't go on the show, but they should make it competitive. You got Fox News that support the Republican Party. You got MSNBC that support the Democratic Party. They can go on a show and they can come on the show and make it competitive. That way they put Obama. If you allow them to just be bringing you into the corner, then they're going to control the dynamics. There is something called transformation, or to transform your ideas is to keep your opponent close to you. The way you keep your opponent close to you is to motivate them so they can align with their personal interest on your show. If you do that, then you will be controlling their narrative. They don't come on our shows. They don't come on our show. For those of you that agree with me, you just keep the video. That's all I ask. Keep the video. That's all I ask. Because you will go back to the video years to come, you say, damn it, that guy was damn right. And by that time, you might not find me around. I may be completely gone. Because the damage will be done. And I can't come out to control the damage. You see, the reason why they have preventive health care is for you to not get a sickness so it can get late for you to live long. In Liberia, because we don't have preventive health care, we don't think about preventative measures in our country. No. Liberia gets worse than my man is sick. By the time the sickness hits you, your likely chance for you to survive is like 2 or 100% because it's too late. You don't go to the hospital on a regular basis because there's nothing that prevents health care. And we apply those same logic into what we do. We see things because we support somebody personally. Why somebody say, oh, we don't say. But then when the damage comes out, oh, yes. You're listening to the report today, asking Jefferson Koji, that Samuel Toure said the president want to become a dictator. That man who called himself pastor, his purpose over there is to reiterate things that will resonate with other people. The more population they get, especially on the ground, that's the most dangerous part. I will tell you now, I will confess. Those guys gaining ground, gaining popularity on the ground by broadcasting through a local radio station, they're going to defeat my teaching on here. Yes, they're going to defeat it. Because the more radio station they get into the people now. They get into the core of the people. If they were all on Facebook, I would say, you know what? People in Liberia that don't have data, they will not listen to these guys. But these guys know that not all Liberians can afford phone data to listen. But they can listen to the radio and hear people. That is the most dangerous part. That will harm us if we're not playing well. There is still opportunity. We got Case FM, we got We got, how they call it, we have Kiss FM. We can start to compete with them by opening other radio station. Opening other radio station. Whether it's in River G, whether it's in Bukonjere, whether it's in Maryland, we can open other radio station. You see why I used to make Costa powerful? Costa became powerful because Costa used to be broadcasting radio Kwage in Kakata, or radio this in Beaumont, radio this here. Costa was getting popular. But because he had a problem with his transmission, they shut him down. So now these guys are coming now. They're setting themselves. They're picking people. Mr. Tue, Jefferson Koji. Their target. And they want to be the icing on the cake. The day president will appear on that show. All other Facebook group that support the president, case closed. There will be no more again. Because they already got the icing on the cake. That's it. That's it. Their target is to get Joe Weir on that show. A Joe Weir appear on that station. Case closed. Case closed. They will get the highest turn up. And now when down, they will start to draw the Liberian people attention. Because there will be questions that will be asking Joe Weir to make them to remain on top. Many of you guys don't understand these things. And I don't blame you for these things because, number one, in America, you don't interact with people who got tons of ideas to teach you strategy. Number two, many of you guys don't go to the school where they teach you the ideas. So, because you see a Liberian man sitting here looking at you now, all you see is the Liberian face, you hear the Liberian voice, oh man, that's how we are. That's how we are. But I'm telling you real things here, all right? That is the trap. That is the trap, all right? That is the trap. Somebody say, yo, I for a broadcasting through opposition Joy FM. Thank you. Thank you. Now somebody is seeing something here. Thank you. They are strategically positioning themselves. That's what we call strategic planning. It is called population targets. They are targeting population now. They are putting their foot down. Communists know what they're doing. They're distracting the executive leadership by putting in place number of protests. So the protests can generate attention. And when they get that attention, Spoon TV will be there to show it. And the way Spoon TV is building her popularity is by bringing in government officials to appear on their show so that Liberians can start to like their show. And they're going through the local radio station. So when there is a protest, Spoon TV will be there, making their picture big on Facebook. Then the people of Liberia throughout the country will be hearing what's going on in the country. Then our government will start to lose popularity. If the people on your side, it's powerful. Do you know why Donald Trump always tweeting? Said Donald Trump being in office. You know why he always tweeting? Because he's getting the attention of the American people. Yes. He's getting the attention of American people because he is not underestimated. Because in America, most people have access to data. So Donald Trump said, I'm not waiting for the media. If I can tweet, everybody can. Hey, Donald Trump tweet right now, I will get it. Because I subscribe to that. But in Liberia, because people don't have data, those guys are using the local radio station now. Everybody in the country got their own style radio station. They got some people favor Fabric. I used to broadcast through Fabric, through Radio LRB. I used to broadcast through Fabric. When President Givler was there, I broadcast through Fabric. I know exactly what I'm telling you because I've been there. Go and ask when that lady from Nigeria was the president or the CEO of Fabric. We used to broadcast through Fabric. When President used to have that late night show, all right? He was the godfather of late night show. I used to broadcast through them to Radio LRB. We used to be there. Then we turned around. Our president went to Hot FM. I was invited by Daniel Roger. And we're down there. So I know exactly what I'm telling you because I've been there and done that. That is excluding my own exclusive vision and mind to perceive things. But you're missing the mark. How much does it cost to open a radio station? I don't know. That's not my area of expertise, Nancy. That's my area of expertise. But the government on the ground, they got radio station that support their ideology. Freedom FM is on the ground. Kiss FM is on it. Kiss FM has been a station that supported the government agenda for a very long time. But how many people go to Kiss FM? How many people know about Kiss FM? Not many people. I know that Kiss or King, I think one of them, either King or Kiss FM. How many Liberians know about the station? These guys are plenty ahead of us, let me tell you now. And for any reason, when they put a dent into our parade, it will be our own doing. Because our own people promoting them. Our own people promoting. All the government officials from the Republican establishment, they will always go to Fox News to tell their people how they're doing. Most citizens will listen to citizens. Liberians are selfish when they are in their position. I agree with you, Kamara. Yes. I agree with you. That just tell me that some of them don't just care. Mr. Twerking went all around. Sat down on different CDC shows, and you saw how the tenor came. Do you think they were doing it all the time? Coming and having the argument and saying things, and then when they go on the other side, and then the opposition want to say something negative for them, we say, no. When these people were here, this is what they said. You guys are lying. Then it become competitive. It become competitive. Because what you saying over is not what the men said here. But they're not doing it. Our government official feel that buying the interest of the opposition is going to help them. But no, let me tell you one thing. What the opposition doing to you guys is very deadly. All right? What they're doing to you guys is very deadly. They say the best way to manipulate your opponent emotion is to define the nature of your opponent relationship. And once you do that, you will use them by giving them the impression of things that they like. That's what they're doing to you guys. That's exactly what they're doing to you guys. So you sit there, and oh, the man, why ain't talking that they good? Those guys are playing the smart. Those boys tested power for 133 years. They're learning by the day. They're seeing things. The reason they blacking guys like me is because they know when I start to expose them, what took Smith to go to the Providence Island today on a video clip. Because they're seeing the kind of video I'm showing. But they don't want to come and say, you know what, let us come. And all we're asking for is for them to bring the information to us. Many times we also ask that we get airtime in Liberia, Saturday morning, Sunday in the evening. Now one radio station will come from Liberia and say, my man, we want to give you one weekend to come and broadcast and teach our people. All we're doing is just teaching few of you guys in America here. That is not an impact. The impact is on the ground by you influencing the people and giving them the sense of what has happened. Do you think all the video I'm showing, if that were being shown in Liberia, you know how many mind you'll be changing? You know how many perception you'll be changing when Alexander comes in and talking and know exactly what the video you saw about that other man yesterday who left from here after working as some kind of taxpayer member want to go be president in Liberia. You think if the people of Liberia start to see the video, how you think the people going to consider the people? Education is not only in the classroom, folks. They got public education out there, street education, where you can teach people to be enlightened. But that's the challenge we have, folks. That's the challenge we have. I cannot help it. But when I tell you, God, what I think, I cannot help it. We have decided to license and relicense or permit and re-permit from year to year illiteracy. We're not willing to learn. We are not willing to learn. We are not willing to learn. We are not willing to move the goalposts to a better location. We're not willing to learn. That's us. We're not willing to learn. I mean, see how much we do on this Sunday here. Now, one person will come and say, my man here, let me stay on the show here and say hi to you guys. I cannot connect. Okay, I can connect you with Sen TV if you want. I mean, the opportunity is open to you guys. All right? The opportunity is open to you guys. Whatever you feel that would be the best thing to propagate the government agenda. That's what we want. The very video, you can send that video. Somebody's going to go and watch it. As long as the message is making sense to you, think about it being a bigger picture. The reason people build network, all the companies you see today, whether it's Chevron, GE, Apple, why do you think they get connection all over the world? Because they feel that they will grow their profit by expanding their business. Politics, the more radio stations you get that broadcast locally in the country, the better position you will be in. The better position you will be in.
Hey, hi there, guys. Sorry, I'm
not with you guys because I'm trying to get ready for tomorrow, like you guys here. But I just thought it was to at least provide some of the revelation that some of you guys who follow me most of the time, you have been with me for a very long period of time. And of course, tonight this video is one of our blockbuster revelation that we had back in, I think it was 2021. Yes, I think it was 2021 when we made that revelation about Spoon Network. Today, you guys are seeing the reality of it. We are trained in our best way. We selected our own pathway as to what we want to do in life, and we have been applying those things in life by making these prediction, providing the revelation based on our experience of things that we have been doing for a very long period of time. Many people did not buy into that when we were making that revelation about Spoon. Today, you see what Spoon is doing. They are even trying to tear down Mobile Molu. They are trying to go after the CDC government and stuff like that. So, I mean, you live in the reality now. You are living in a reality. This J. Rennie you see here, what he was telling you that time, we are all living in reality now. Question here is, how can we reverse that? Because Spoon is already on the ground. There are people that I talk to every time. They tell me, oh, I listen to this from Spoon. I listen to this from Spoon. They allow one man to just monopolize the entire network, and he come and just say things, and he come and say things. So that is where we are, guys. But is there a way? I mean, I can provide right now. It's in damage control now. The way forward now is what can be done. What can be done to stop this thing? I'm not going to provide that information on here because if I can tell you that this thing was going to happen, it's happening now, there is no way why I should come here now and provide it. One thing I know about Liberians, like I said in our video, we don't believe in our own. We don't take our own seriously. That's who we are. And for me, I'm not going to worry myself with that. I'm not going to worry myself about that because I know who we are. But what I can do is to always prove myself here. So again, guys, praise yourself. We won. We won. When we made a revelation, those of you that were here, I think I read one of my boy LIB guy, you said, I listened to the thing like yesterday. Those who have been with me on the platform, if you check the amount of things that we have said and it came to pass, if many Liberians were listening to us here, our margin for errors will be very small than what it is today. But because the society is illiteracy driven rather than being intellectually driven, we have a problem there. Because you have, like the Bible says, broad is the way that lead to destruction, narrow is the way that lead to better life. The population of illiterate people in our country is so high, we cannot keep up. We cannot keep up. I mean, look at how many people watching us right now. Look how many people watching us right now. Do you think there will be any change to affect the society? No, there will not be a change. And that's why my final prediction about what happened in Liberia, I just believe by 2065, the Alpha generation that will be born between 2013 and 2025, by 2065, they will be the best generation of that time. The rest of the other generation, they are just going to be part of a evolving society and evolving world. But we're not going to make any significant change. So we're making another revelation here, which will take a very long period of time for future generations to see. So I would like to say a big thank you to you guys here. Let's see what time it is. Let's try to run it into 10:30. I want you to watch CDC back in the days, get to see some faces. So let's come to this one here. This one is not long ago for 30 minutes, but I think this video is done now. You already seen it, the prediction we made today, the revelation, the actuality of what we're predicting. It is now a reality today. So that video now is going to archive now. We're done with this video now. For those of you who are seeing it today, saw the day we made it, you see the reality of it today now. So let us go to So we're going to remove the title from here. All right, let them remove the title, and then we will be able to, how do you call it? We'll be able to how do you call what I'm looking for? So that we can be able to listen to the sister then here from the CDC. Okay, so let's play this while we get rid of that. All right, go ahead, Mr. President. Are you sleeping too? Let's see here. What's going on here? Oh, that's the wrong video. That's the wrong video. My bad. That's the wrong video. Because I had a flash drive, because I told you I got out of drive. So the first video you saw of the president when he was ambassador, it was on my flash drive. When I pulled it up, the picture froze in there. But I managed to download the picture now. So let's go for it so that you can see it. It's right here and it's coming on now. So I think this is where we were, and when the president, ambassador, we are. So you can see the physical changes. You see every one of you guys how they used to look back then and how they look today. So enjoy yourself with this. I think it's almost like, yeah, it's gone about 10 minutes now. So we need 20 minutes left. Hopefully by 10, 15, 10, 20, we should be done and then call it a night. All right, so enjoy yourself with this. I'm still here trying to.
Thank you. Well, the civil, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, so Princess just take the Bible to pledge their loyalty and allegiance to the mighty throne of democratic change before our dynamic chairman and members and officials of Congress for democratic change. We continue. It is only right and fitting that we, as officials and members of the mighty throne for democratic change, pledge our full support to these new officers in every way to accomplish the purpose of the party as outlined in our constitution. Will all officials and members of the Corps for Democratic Change please rise? Do you, as officials and executive committee members and members of the Corps for Democratic Change, pledge your full support to officers of our new auxiliary group, the Supreme Sisters, in the fulfillment of their official responsibility? If so, answer I do.
I do.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our task to install the dynamic Supreme Sisters of the mighty Corps for Democratic Change. Now, ladies, Supreme, we all know the word Supreme. With your power invested in you. And the power invested means to make you a full-fledged auxiliary of the mighty Corps for Democratic Change. I ask you to be loyal to your own quest, to be loyal to the party, to be loyal to what you want to do to make the institution a good one. All the best. Remember, you are now a property of the leader of the mighty Corps for Democratic Change. You will be working in the confines of the leader of Democratic Change and the party. Listen to your party. Listen to your chairman, to your leaders for a better growth. Again, without much ado, I want to say congratulations, welcome, and this is the way it should be. Every Liberian that have like minds must be together to to promote not only the image, the credibility of this country, but to promote one accord in the interest of our people. Like I said to my friend the other day, this is not a game. We are not playing a game. If we were playing a game, CDC would not be existing. Our people are dying every day. People cannot go to hospital. Children find it difficult to go to school. But democratically, we will take over. And we must fight together. We must stick together. And we must show to the world, not only to Liberians, to all citizens, to all our auxiliary group, Supreme Sisters. We must show to the world that the coming senatorial elections will be our starting point. It will be the point of seriousness. It will be a point that all of us will reach for the world to know that we are ready and we are prepared to do anything to make sure our people come from the dungeons of slavery and poverty. May God bless you all, and I submit. Thank you.
You're getting rid of
those that detest injustice, or what you did not know and you will know today, is I will lead the Congress for the...
So hey guys, just so if you don't know, let me say this here. Let me just bring this here. If you don't know, this guy right here is the George Solo that always on Spoon. The George Solo that always on Spoon. Matter of fact, I think he was on there today. That's the George Solo guy you looking at there. That guy right there. That is the one. That guy right there. So listen to what he was going to say. All right. So listen. Jefferson Koji will come and speak, and then Nathaniel McGill, and I think after that the show it will be at the end of it. So listen to George Solo.
Democratic change to victory, whether you like me or not. And as my boss, I've spoken today. If you can join me, it will be easier. If you cannot join me, you need to get out of the way. I have to lead the Congress for Democratic Change in 2014 and 2017.
That's it.
I take that very seriously. I will fight with all my energy and defeat any man, woman, or object that get in the way of the Congress for Democratic Change. I'm waiting for my primary. After my primary, we will put forward our candidates. If any individual living in this society knows what is good for you, stay away from Montserrat County. I'm going to be accused. Tomorrow you read the newspaper, I'm going to be insulted. But I'm used to it. The political leader of the Congress for Democratic Change will be contesting primary. I will vote for him. And he will win. We have talked about it, we have discussed it, we have played with it, but we all know what's going to happen. I have one vote. All the members of the executive committee and people that I know, I will call them to my house. I will ask them to vote for the political leader. It is not in secret. I'm the national chairman. I have a strategy to promote. If my political leader is running, he will win. There are other positions in the Congress for Democratic Change. Let's look. In 2017, he will run for stand-up bearer at a convention. I will vote for him. And he will win. If you want to be a part of the Congress for Democratic Change, you want to be a part of the Congress for Democratic Change, it is within our Constitution you have the right to run. In Montserrat County, I will not support you. In 2017, for stand-up bearer, I will not support you. There are other positions within the CDC. We will find ways and means to support you. Those positions are taken. I will not meet with anyone. I will not talk to anyone. I will not make another comment about Senator of Montserrat County or stand-up bearer for the Congress for Democratic Change until such time that we are done with convention, and I'm informing you that we now, what all of you refuse to accept, that you now have to pick up your pen, pick up your paper, because our leader is going in Montserrat. I am from Grand Gida County. If you are from Grand Gida, do not be offended. My attention is Montserrat County. Where my leader goes is where I go. I will help other people. The party will do the work that it has to do. We will be victorious in many places, but I will be unhappy if we are not victorious in Montserrat. If I have $10, I will put $9 in Montserrat. I decided to come here today to tell you, because I want to be honest with you. If you are my partisan and you are thinking about Montserrat, talk to me after the convention or the primary. I will not talk to you. I will not support you. I want to be public about that. If you are within the Republic of Liberia, you have money, you don't have money, you have cars, you don't have cars, you work with other presidents, you did not, you stole money, you did not. The Congress for Democratic Change stand-up bearer is George Manuel Weah, period. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's a pleasure to come to sit with you and to talk about what we need to do to take our brothers, sisters, mothers, and fathers out of the situation that they are in. Everybody was singing and dancing and rejoicing. I wasn't. Because as you were singing and say a new day, you said that I may get a job to get a new day. That's why I don't dance. Because while you are dancing, it's my responsibility to prepare the ship that you're going to get in, to go across that water. And for you familiar with the Bible, people of God, Pastor Logan, there was a flood. Only one man survived, and the man who built the ark. So it is our responsibility to build our ark now. It will take the animals 2 by 2. We will take it 2 by 2. But our Noah is clear. Our Noah is here. Citizens, we have to do what we have to do. I come here to caution you that we do it without shame, that we do it with pride, because we're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for our people. That's why I support Ambassador here. And that's why I believe that my institution, that the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, the institution of Martha, the institution that even in the midst of difficulty, when people step on our necks, then we become stronger. When people insult us, then we become determined. I'm not going to preach. 2014 and 2017, if you call yourself man or woman, you can hear most of our standard direction. Thank you.
Of the poor estate. You know, it is very difficult to speak after some of the most important personalities of our party. When the political leader has spoken so well, when the chairman of our party have given a marching order, when our dynamic guest speaker have given her a speech that educated us so much about leadership, and now you call the Secretary General to make a remark. Mr. Chairman, let me say to you, on behalf of the members of the National Executive Committee, that you are giving her a marching order. And this marching order will be fulfilled. And I believe that 2017, there's no issue of the standard bearer of our party. That the issue of Maserado has been decided. You know, today is May the 3rd. Almost 90 days to the day of registration for the race of the senatorial election in 2014. And the message is clear. You know, as we were about to induct you, I was sitting and reflecting. And one of the things that came to my mind, which we all need to know, is that it is undeniable that the leader of our party, who is now declared the candidate of Maserado for 2014, will win the election of Maserado. The only way he will now win, the only way he will now win, except you cheat. And I believe nobody is willing to cheat because there will be a consequence. There will be a consequence if anyone ever thought about cheating, because we know he will definitely win. So I want to encourage us, even though we know he will win, but we have to work hard. To prove, like the Standard Bearer said, it is the beginning of 2017. We have to show to the world that CDC is ready. We are ready to take power. We are ready for a new day. A new day when tomorrow when you get up from your bed, you will not worry about finding food for your children. You will get up and say, yes, CDC have given me hope. At least I can cook and my children can eat. And let me tell you a strange thing that is happening you don't know. Our country now is experiencing 84% extreme poverty. 84%. We have to reduce, when you say you're reducing poverty, you have to reduce it at least, let's say 50%. Then we know because Liberia is a difficult country. But I want to encourage every one of us that we have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to begin to work today. So that as we move to 2014, as we prepare for 2017, the message will be loud and clear that the train of CDC is coming. Please move on the way before you get crushed. I want to thank you so much.
For me, every day of my life, I dream, I sleep, I eat the success of the CDC. What I want to say to you today, the Supreme Sisters, we say firstly on behalf of the caucus of the CDC, it's just unfortunate most of my colleagues are not here. The understanding is they are prepared for tonight at RLJ. They are in full support of this process. They asked me to convey this message to you. You will see us there this evening to tell you that we are in total support of this process. What I want to say once more to challenge you, Supreme Sisters, I hope this movement or this exonerator have been inducted in the office by our Standard Bearer today should not only be Maserati driven. I will appreciate to see this movement in all of the 15 sub-political divisions of our country, especially with this unique establishment. How colorful you are today, beautiful, you're so unique and very gorgeous. And we believe you can make the difference to see the CDC moving forward. I want to say congratulations, thank you. Our political leader have said it, he has solicited our support, our courage, our strength, to give you a pat on the back. If some of us were reneging, we'll double up to make sure we become your friend, to make sure this dream come to reality. Thank you, congratulations once more.
Thank you, brother.
Mr. Rabba Salif, we may not know what is responsible for your high level intoxication. To attempt to say you will campaign and you want to decide in Maserati, we think it's a gross defiance to the people of Liberia, not their only sedition. After looting the state covers, and you think that is not sufficient for you, and you want to enslave our people, we say to you as a foregone no. Honor the leadership of the National Youth League. We want to assure our people of Moravia and Maserati concomitantly that we defy Mr. Rabba Salif throughout the 17th district. We declare the 17th district a no-fly zone. He cannot campaign there. What are you, President's son? We defy any of the associates. As leader of the young people, we say to you, whether for West Point District 1, District 2, Mr. Salif is a public enemy, he must be attacked, or he comes in such a manner and form. The second aspect, we hear another aspect, that those we supported, those we gave support to, and they are currently senators, they are attempting to allow Mr. Salif, Mr. Rabba Salif, to market such defiance. And that person, when I'm telling those Sherry, let me say to you that is not possible. We will pretend that that is not true. But whenever that comes to realization, we want to say to you, it's a dark day for you, Madam Selling, Madam Johnny Doe Sharif. So with this, we want to say thank you very much, and the message is clear, and we implement the message. Amanda, thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So as we close the night and as we prepare for this coming election, I thought it wise, and I think I will be doing that. From the day CDC was established, I believe between 2004 and 2005, they wanted to reach the top of the mountain. They wanted to reach the top of the pyramid. And there were a lot of sacrifices that were made during those days. You just saw a pictorial image through the video of how young the guys were, how together they were. But today, as they reach the finish line, as they look towards or toward the 10 to determine whether the day they started in 2005 or the struggle they went through, 12 years of being in opposition, those they met along the way, those that are stuck on board, those that fell on board, those who left because of disagreement, those who passed and went to the great beyond. I don't know what running through your mind, but if you were to write a book, those of you that understand the CDC, who band with the party, if you were to write a book, how would that book be? Would it be about greed? Would that be the title? Or would it be about immature people? Because the generation you saw over there, those were people who were not part of the catastrophe that we experienced. Majority of them, if not all of them, they were not from the Backup Matthew group. They were not from the Amos Sawyer group. They were not from the Ellen Johnson Seti group. Those people were from the disadvantaged group that were impacted in 1989. And you will imagine that they will be the one that will help change the face of the country today. And say, you know what? The 70 born, the 80 born, the late 60 born, we are in it together to change the direction of this country. So as we go towards the 2023 election, it is now a pathway. And let me just show you the image I have, because we'll talk about that. This is another presentation that you'll be seeing tomorrow, hopefully by tomorrow. Let me see how I can get it here. It's so close to the camera here. I'm trying to get it over here. Let me see if I can turn the light on. Get a very good picture here. Oh, making it worse. But this is an image that I drew here. Let me see if I can put it in color for you guys. Let me see if I can get it in color. Maybe you might be able to see the color very well here. Okay, let's see here. I know you can see the color. But it's an image for Y. Draw the Y for Y, for 2V and Y. The reason I drew that, I'm trying to ask myself, the generation that is the Alpha X generation, those that were born between 1965 to 1980, of which George Weah is part of that generation, Generation X. As you go towards this election, we look at the Bokadian generation, the generation that took the country into ruin. And then you look at the Weah generation that's supposed to lead a role for the Alpha generation that's supposed to take control of that country starting in 2033. Because the Alpha generation from 2013, those that were born in 2013, by the time they get to, because they're 10 years old now, by the time they get to 2033, they'll be 20 years old. Their future starts. Who's going to take that generation to the next 33 years again? Because 33 plus 33 will be 66. Just 1 year on a 65. Who's going to take them? Is it Boyka or is it we are? You got to look at the history. If the guy made a mistake, it's time for you to tell them now. Because the country is coming to a Y. You either take the exit or the exit. You need to think about that. Because your children and your grandchildren, as their future now, that is at the highest risk. We have been victim of it. Some of us who survive and came to different country, we are blessed. But we look back and see what is at stake, what is the risk. So looking at you guys, they could have done more. They could have done better if they had paid attention to some of us. I hear my sister Vivian says she sad, she crying. Yes, of course. It's very pitiful. Because when you see how the guys started, if and only if they were very open to accepting all ideas and having classes of people they could link to. Talk to people in Liberia, talk to people in America, talk to professional people to get counsel, to get some lecture, to get some advices. I think the margin for what they in today would have been very, very minimal today. But nevertheless, they did their part. But the Liberian people will decide whether they want to go back or they want to go forward. But I think every one of us, we did our part. Every one of you guys who started with the whole political process, be proud of yourself. You did your part. That's all I can say. So with that being said, I'd like to say a big thank you to every one of you guys. Thank you guys so much. Next time we meet again, we'll have something else for you guys. But thank you guys so much for this opportunity. God bless you guys and good night to everyone. Bye-bye.